have a clear winner from our first semifinal.
Right.
We do not. They're both up one, and
we're going to 3 matches on that one.
If they were both solid alliances.
If I was back there coaching that team, I would be preaching to my crew that it's not about the finals, it's about winning your next semifinals match.
Yeah.
I hope we see some mix-up in the strategy. I mean, this is really what brings teams to the next level, is forcing them to think about what they should do differently to pull ahead and have a dominant win.
It's one of the things that allows alliances to build their defensive strategies is when you do the same thing each match. And so either of those alliances are going to have to change it up for the next match if they want to shake some of the defense.
Should be interesting. Well, it looks like we're ready to start this next semifinals match. Let's go to the field.
Yep. Another crazy match. Lone Star Regional's doing it right here.
It's got my heart pumping. I've actually been jumping up and down back here as I watch these matches.
We had to make sure our microphones were muted during the match so we didn't blow out your eardrums from screaming.
There was a lot of yelling.
So the interesting thing about what happened in that match is real early on, 624 sustained a hard hit and went straight over. Looked like Red was going to be hurting. They're going to be down to just 2 robots.
Yeah, and defense really is a big part of this game. And so we're supposed to not have contact outside of the bumper zone, but it looked like the Allsparks lowered their intake, and it's difficult. Sometimes that happens. You're chasing a ball, but it was definitely some contact outside of the bumper zone. It resulted in a tip.
But if you saw how the score, I mean, I didn't see the score change live, but with the differential that was showing on the real time at the end, it looks like they might have put in that foul. But again, referees huddling right now, discussing it, probably deciding.
Right, and this really just exposes some of the difficulty the referee staff has with this game. Is there are so many things happening so fast. They've got to be tracking possessions. They've got to be looking for pinning, and then you have a robot that gets tipped over, and they want to keep their eyes on it. They want to make the right call. They really want to do justice to both parties involved. But it's hard. It happens so fast.
Yeah, it happens so fast, and with things like that, it is a bit of a judgment call. Like, was it incidental? Was it, were the Allsparks just going across the field to pick up a ball and weren't paying attention? Like, there's all these variables, and again, we're not behind the glass. We're not in the drivers' heads, and neither are the refs. And
so we actually, folks at home, we've got a great view right now. We can see just to our right, the refs are huddled up, talking, and lining up just in front of us in the question box is the Red Alliance.
Yep.
Obviously here to talk about what might come out, but we actually don't know what the penalties are for it.
But they're ready. Yeah, so one of the cool things about FRC is the student drivers do have the opportunity to discuss with refs after a match what happened and what was the call made and why was the call made and what can they do in the future to maybe prevent that. And so like Mason said, we have the entire Red Alliance in the question box eagerly awaiting this decision.
Yeah, and this is what I like to see. I want the refs to talk about these hard calls. It's definitely a judgment call.
For sure.
But they're trying to get it right, and they're huddling up, and that's what we want to see, that they take the time to analyze it. It looks like they're finishing up, hand the score to the scorekeeper, so we should be seeing it in just a few moments.
I do want to make one note, though. We talk a lot about that tip and a lot about the potential foul. But the Red Alliance did not go down without a fight.
No, they actually didn't slow down at all. They kept putting points on the board.
Yep, they switched to a 2-assist, mostly low goal cycle. They're having Torque put in the low goal. They know that's faster and they know that it's more reliable, so maybe they can get a couple extra cycles out of it.
Yeah, and that's really what makes an alliance great, is that if you can suffer one of your top robots falling over, and then you can still put up a triple-digit score.
Oh, definitely.
You are a good alliance. And the blue, they kept on trucking, but they didn't put up points like I thought they were. I know at one point all 5 upright robots were in one zone, and both balls were there, and it just became a wild cluster.
Yes.
And it's so difficult to maneuver when you're in that situation, especially if you're driving from the far side to get that view.
That's something funny that I noticed about this game. It happens more in the eliminations than the qualifiers due to the intensity, but as the two balls, since there are only one game piece per alliance, looks like we have a score. All right.